Your person has been keeping a close eye on you, though not always directly. They may not have the courage to reach out openly, but they are trying to gain information about you through your social media or even through your mutual friends. Quietly, they are observing your progress and sensing that you are in a much better place than before. They notice the way you are balancing your home and work life, and it is clear to them that you are enjoying your current path. For them, this is painful to witness. The sight of you thriving without them, moving on from the past, and reclaiming your sense of power has become a source of discomfort. While you may view this stage of your life as growth, transformation, and healing, your person feels the sting of regret every time they see the evidence of your progress. The truth is, seeing you in your strength makes them feel insecure. They are aware now, perhaps more than ever, of how capable you are of creating a healthy, stable, and fulfilling life. They know you never truly needed them in order to succeed, you had the inner strength all along. What you once offered them, freely and openly, was love, support, and companionship. Yet they failed to cherish it. Now that you are building a strong foundation for yourself without depending on them, they cannot ignore the fact that they lost someone truly valuable. Regret has taken root in their heart, and they realize that they took your love for granted when it was right in front of them. This regret has pushed them into deep reflection. The situation has forced them to go inward, to face truths about themselves that they once avoided. They can see that you have drawn strong boundaries, protecting your emotions and refusing to give them the access you once did. It feels to them as though you have put a lid on your feelings, locking away the love and care that once flowed so freely in their direction. Instead of chasing after what is gone, you have shifted your energy toward building a meaningful and abundant life, for yourself and for your loved ones. They can sense this shift, and it makes them realize how much has changed. Yet, despite the distance, their passion for you remains strong. The feelings they hold have not diminished, in fact, they may even be more intense now. Your person still desires you and still feels drawn to you, but they are tormented by the fact that you are no longer trying to keep the connection alive. The effort you once poured into them is gone, replaced by your determination to focus on your own well-being. This loss of attention eats away at them, because they remember how much it meant to have your devotion. Now, watching you walk forward with confidence and no longer revolving your world around them, they are forced to sit with the reality of their mistakes. But the story does not end there. Justice will be served in this connection. The imbalance that once existed between you two, the one where you gave too much and they gave too little, is slowly shifting. The energy is correcting itself, and they are beginning to feel the weight of the choices they made. In the near future, it is very likely that they will gather the strength to reach out to you. For some time, fear, pride, and guilt may have held them back, but those walls are beginning to crumble. They are starting to realize that staying silent is only prolonging their pain. If you have been searching for clarity or waiting for closure, you can expect that it will come. Their desire to reconnect and make amends is growing stronger with each passing day. Deep inside, they are crying for you. They may not show it outwardly, but the emotions they are carrying are heavy and raw. Karma has begun to play its role, and it is hitting them harder than they anticipated. They are being forced to sit with the consequences of cheating, betraying, or lying to you, and the remorse is almost unbearable. They know that they damaged something sacred, and they cannot escape the guilt that follows them. The silence, the no-contact zone between you, feels like a punishment they can no longer endure. What once may have seemed like freedom to them now feels like emptiness. This experience has been a powerful lesson for your person. Losing you, or at least losing access to the version of you who gave so much, has shown them how rare and valuable you truly are. They are uncomfortable with the distance because it shines a light on everything they mishandled. They long for your presence, for your words, for your love, but they now see that those things cannot simply be demanded, they must be earned. And while you may or may not choose to give them another chance, one truth is clear: they will never forget the depth of what they lost when they lost you. For now, you stand in your strength, moving forward with resilience and grace. The universe is balancing the scales, ensuring that justice is served in this connection. Whether that means reconciliation, closure, or simply the satisfaction of knowing they regret their actions, the outcome will ultimately affirm your growth. Your person is learning the hard way that your love was never something to take lightly. And as they wrestle with remorse and longing, you continue to rise, building the life you deserve, one that no one can diminish or take away. I know you think I don't care about us anymore, but that isn't the truth. It breaks my heart to know that I might have made you feel that way because, deep down, I have always cared. From the very beginning, I recognized all the efforts you made for me and for our connection. You gave your all to this relationship with the hope that one day I would give you the same in return. I saw the way you poured your love into the little things, those small, cute gestures, the thoughtful acts, and the way you expressed affection without ever asking for anything back. Every single time, those moments filled me with warmth, and even if I didn't say it enough, they reminded me how lucky I was to have someone like you by my side. In your presence, I felt nurtured and motivated in a way I hadn't experienced before. You might not know this, but I had never known what unconditional love truly felt like until you showed it to me. At first, it was overwhelming. I wasn't used to being cared for so completely, so selflessly, and it stirred up emotions in me that I didn't quite know how to handle. I had gone through life believing that love always came with conditions, with expectations, with disappointments. And then you appeared, and you gave without hesitation, without reservation. It was new, it was beautiful, and it was terrifying. I never expected to meet someone like you. You are so giving, forgiving, compassionate, beautiful, and funny. You have this way of lighting up a room without even trying, of making people feel safe just by being yourself. To me, you felt like a dream I had been too afraid to dream. I used to think people like you didn't exist, at least not for someone like me. And yet, there you were, standing right in front of me, offering me your heart with so much trust and faith. But the truth is, I wasn't ready. Maybe it's better to say I was too afraid. The wounds from my past relationships were still fresh and raw, and I hadn't truly healed from them. My past had broken me in ways I didn't want to admit. I had promised myself that I would never fall in love again, that I would never put effort into another relationship, because the pain of losing someone or being hurt again felt unbearable. So, I built walls around myself, convincing myself that I was protecting my heart. When you came into my life, you broke through those walls without even trying, and suddenly, I was faced with something I had sworn I would never let myself feel again. And I did fall for you. Hard. I couldn't resist it, no matter how much I tried to fight it. My feelings for you were always real, even if my actions didn't always show it. But because of my fear, I held back. I guarded myself, not because you ever gave me a reason to doubt you, but because I didn't trust my own ability to survive if I lost you. I thought if I did just enough to keep you close, I wouldn't have to risk being too vulnerable. So, I convinced myself that holding back would somehow make things easier. But in truth, that was unfair to you. You deserved so much more than the half measures I gave. You deserved someone who could meet your love with the same passion, the same devotion, the same selflessness. Instead, I gave you fragments of myself, all while knowing you were offering me everything. Looking back, I realize that was selfish, and I regret it deeply. I thought that if I didn't make too much effort, if I didn't fully commit, then I would be less attached and less afraid of the future. But what I didn't realize at the time was that love doesn't work that way. By trying to protect myself, I only ended up hurting you, the person I loved most. And now, when I reflect on it all, I know this will always remain one of my biggest regrets, that I didn't give you what you truly deserved. You showed me what it means to love unconditionally, to give without keeping score, to be patient and kind in ways I had only read about but never experienced. You offered me a safe place for my heart, yet I was too afraid to place it fully in your hands. If I could go back, I would do things differently. I would allow myself to trust more, to love more openly, to give you all of me without fear of what might happen. Because what I've learned too late is that love is always a risk, but when it's with the right person, it's a risk worth taking. And you were always the right person. I hope, wherever life takes you, you never doubt the depth of my feelings. Even if I didn't always show it the way you needed, my love for you was real. You changed me, you healed me in ways I didn't even realize, and you gave me a glimpse of a love I never thought I deserved. For that, I will always be grateful. And for not giving you back everything you gave me, I will always be sorry. Your partner has grown weary of carrying the weight of coldness, heaviness, and emotional burdens that have lingered for far too long. They are tired of feeling trapped in a cycle of doubts, misunderstandings, and confusion that has created distance between the two of you. More than anything, they long for peace and clarity. They want to sweep away all negativity that has built up like shadows around your connection, leaving behind only the light of mutual trust and love. In their heart, they are yearning for renewal, a chance to start fresh without the chains of the past holding either of you back. They want this cleansing not only for themselves but for both of you, because they see the bond you share as something sacred and worth fighting for. At the same time, they silently wait for a sign from you, something small but meaningful, that reassures them you want the same healing and reconciliation. They crave proof that you, too, are ready to rebuild, that you, too, are looking ahead with hope rather than holding on to the pain of what once was. Even though physical or emotional distance has kept you apart, your partner feels closer to you than they ever have before. Strangely, the space has not weakened their feelings, instead, it has intensified them. They see you as someone beyond their reach, almost unattainable, like a dream they're afraid of losing the moment they wake up. Yet this very perception fuels their determination. What keeps them steady is the knowledge that you love them, even if those words have not always been openly spoken. Your love, to them, is like a guiding flame, sometimes hidden behind clouds of doubt, but never extinguished. It gives them hope, courage, and the will to keep moving forward, to continue striving for a future where both of you can be fully aligned and at peace in each other's arms. They know your worth now more than ever before. Perhaps in the past they took it for granted, or failed to fully appreciate the depth of your strength and independence. But now, they see clearly that you are not someone who can be controlled or manipulated. They admire this transformation in you, the way you have grown into your own power and reclaimed your voice. To them, it is both inspiring and humbling. They recognize that to love you means to honor you, not to confine or diminish you. This realization has reshaped how they see themselves in relation to you. They no longer want a dynamic of imbalance, but rather one of mutual respect, trust, and equal partnership. Still, their courage falters at times. The shadow of their past failures looms over them, whispering doubts into their mind. They fear saying the wrong thing, making the wrong move, or repeating old mistakes. This fear of rejection or disappointment holds them back from confessing everything directly to you. Yet despite the hesitation, their heart is louder than their fear. They are in the midst of a profound realization, no matter what they do, no matter how they try to distract themselves, their thoughts circle back to you. You are their constant, the one they want to return to again and again. The pull is undeniable, and it grows stronger every day. Your partner longs to be by your side, to stand with you through both challenges and joys. They are realizing that love cannot be hidden or suppressed forever. The feelings they carry for you will not be contained much longer, and sooner rather than later, their emotions will spill over into words and actions. They are preparing themselves for this moment, summoning the bravery to bridge the gap and speak their truth. For them, the idea of reconciliation is not just a fleeting wish but a vision of the future, one that holds the potential for true stability, intimacy, and long-term commitment. This upcoming reunion is more than just a patching up of what was broken, it is the possibility of creating something stronger than before. The cracks of the past are not seen as permanent scars but as reminders of how far both of you have come. Where there was once pain, there is now growth. Where there was once misunderstanding, there is now the chance for deeper communication. Your partner feels that the foundation of your relationship can be rebuilt, this time fortified with lessons learned, resilience gained, and love renewed. They believe in this potential wholeheartedly and want to show you, through both words and actions, that they are ready for something lasting and true. In preparation for this new chapter, your partner is also letting go of the people who no longer serve their highest good. For a long time, they surrounded themselves with individuals who pretended to be friends, people who offered false support while secretly draining their energy or leading them astray. But now, they are walking away from those connections with courage and clarity. They are making space for what truly matters, you and the relationship they hope to rebuild. This act of letting go is not easy, but it is necessary, and it reflects how serious they are about realigning their life with their heart's desires. Every step they take away from falsehood and negativity brings them closer to you. Every decision to leave behind what is hollow makes more room for what is genuine. They want you to see not only their love but also their growth, their determination, and their willingness to fight for this bond. Deep down, your partner believes that you and they are meant to find your way back to each other, not to repeat the past, but to write a new story together, one filled with warmth, honesty, and lasting devotion.